Hello dear students, in the last class we discussed what is lateral shift and what is the expression for lateral shift. See here, what is the lateral shift? It is the perpendicular distance between the extended incident ray and emergent ray. And what is the expression used to find the lateral shift? That is LS is equal to T into sin I minus R divided by cos R. Then what is T? T is thickness of the glass slab. Okay. Now when does the lateral shift is maximum and when does the lateral shift is minimum? So special cases. First one. So lateral shift is maximum for the grazing incidence. Grazing incidence means here the angle of incidence is 90 degree. So lateral shift is maximum. If angle of incidence is 90 degree. And this angle of incidence can be taken as grazing incidence. This is taken as grazing incidence. Means for the grazing incidence, the lateral shift is maximum. Okay, see here. Let us replace I by 90 degree. Now, LS is equal to T into sine of 90 minus R whole divided by cos R. Then sine 90 minus of theta, that is cos theta. So already you know that sine 90 minus of theta, that is cos theta. Now we can write sine 90 minus of R as cos R. Then T into cos R whole divided by cos R. Then cos R get cancel. Now it is equal to T. Means lateral shift is equal to thickness of the glass slab only when for the grazing incidence, means if the angle of incidence is 90 degree. See here. So let us take glass. This is glass slab. If the incident ray grazes along the refracting surface, this is the incident ray, it grazes along the surface. Now let us take it is normal. Then here the angle of incidence is how much? 90 degree. And this ray undergo refraction. Then this refracted ray is incident ray for the second refracting surface. It is the first refracting surface and it is the second refracting surface. And this refracted ray is incident ray for the second refracting surface. Now again at the point of incidence I will draw the normal. Then here the emergent ray grazes along the surface. Then what is lateral shift? Lateral shift is nothing but it is the perpendicular distance between the extended incident ray and emergent ray. So it is emergent ray. And it is incident ray. Then I will extend this incident ray. Then the perpendicular distance between the extended incident ray and emergent ray, that is called lateral shift. This is lateral shift. And this lateral shift is equal to thickness of the glass slab. And it is the first case. Then what about second case? When does the lateral shift is minimum? Second case. For the normal incidence, the lateral shift is minimum. For the grazing incidence, the lateral shift is maximum. But for the normal incidence, the lateral shift is minimum. Case number 2. Lateral shift is minimum. For normal incidence. Normal incidence means here the light incident along the normal. For normal incidence. Once again remember here, the lateral shift is maximum for grazing incidence, means the angle of incidence is 90 degree, and lateral shift is minimum for normal incidence. Normal incidence means here angle of incidence is 0. Angle of incidence is 0. If the light ray incident along the normal, then the angle between the incident ray and normal is 0. If the angle of incidence is 0, then angle of refraction is also 0. See here. By Snell's law, sin I by sin R, that is equal to mu. Mu means here the refractive index of the medium, second medium with respect to first medium. If angle of incidence 0, means sin I 0. Sorry, sin of 0 divided by sin R, that is equal to mu. That is equal to mu. Then sin 0 is 0. Then 0 by sin R, that is equal to mu. But what we need? We need angle of refraction. Then sin R is equal to 0 by mu. 0 by mu. Here the refractive index is not equal to 0. Refractive index is not equal to 0. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಥ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್ಗೆ refractive index ಏನಾಗಿರಲ್ಲ ರೀ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. So 0 by non-zero, again it is 0. So sin R, that is 0. Then R is equal to sin inverse of 0. R is equal to sin inverse of 0. For what angle the sin value is 0? For the 0 degree. Means angle of refraction is also 0. If the angle of incidence 0, then angle of refraction is also 0. Hence here this Snell's law is not valid. Snell's law is not valid. Now, by using the expression, what is the expression for lateral shift? That is Ls is equal to T into sin I minus R divided by cos R. Let us substitute the values. If angle of incidence 0, then angle of refraction is also 0. Then 0 minus of 0, then again it is 0. T into sin 0 minus 0 whole divided by cos 0. Then sin of 0 is 0. Then t into 0 divided by cos 0 is 1. So 0 by non-zero, that is again 0. Because see here, in numerator 0 is there. T into 0, that gives 0. Then divided by non-zero. 1 is non-zero. 1 another non-zero number. Hoda? 0 by non-zero, again it gives 0. Then lateral shift is 0. If lateral shift is 0, then it is called minimum. Then lateral shift is minimum. So see here once again, if the angle of incidence is 90 degree, the lateral shift is maximum, and that lateral shift is equal to thickness of the glass slab. Okay, and if the angle of incidence is 0, then the lateral shift is also 0. Hence the lateral shift is minimum. Now let us discuss another consequence of refraction of light, that is normal shift. Normal shift. Normal shift. So what is normal shift? See here. So let us consider there is an object at the bottom of the tank containing water. So ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಐತಿ, ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎದ್ರಾಗದ್ರಿ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಅದ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ ಬಾಟಮ್ದಾಗ. ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನೈತಿ, ವಾಟರ್ ಐತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಸಿ ಆರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ and there is an object which is placed inside the tank at the bottom. This is an object. Now so this tank containing water and the surrounding medium is air. This is air medium. Okay, ಇದು air medium ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? Then the light traveling from which medium to which medium? That is from denser to rarer, means water to air. Water is denser, air is rarer. Then see here, the light ray coming from the object which is incident obliquely on the surface which separates the air and water. Now the light ray traveling from which medium to which medium? That is from denser to rarer. So in the rarer medium, the refracted ray bends away from the normal because of increase in speed of light. Then it bends away from the normal. Then it is angle of incidence and it is angle of refraction. Okay, now and one more incident ray I will take. This incident ray incident along the normal. this incident ray is incident along the normal. If the incident ray is incident along the normal, there is no deviation. It should be passed straight. Now, let us extend this refracted ray. So, this refracted ray will be meet here. Then we will observe object here. Okay. So, this is an object and it is the image of the object. So, this shift in position of the object is called normal shift. Okay. So, here the shift in position of the image of the object along the normal is called normal shift. Now, let us define what is a normal shift. The apparent shift in position of the object when viewed from one medium, the object is placed in another medium. See here. The apparent shift in position of an object. The apparent shift in position of an object when placed in one medium, see here. The apparent shift in position of an object when placed in one medium and waved along the normal from another medium. When waved along the normal from another medium. So, once again listen here. What is normal shift? The apparent shift in position of an object. Why there is apparent shift? Due to refraction of light, because the light ray traveling from one medium to another medium of different refractive indices. Okay. The apparent shift in position of an object when placed in one medium waved along the ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್. ಅದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೋಡತ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀರಿ. ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೀರಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸೇರ್. Now this is an object, then this is water, then the surrounding medium is air. From where to where the light ray traveling here? From water to air, means object to the surrounding medium. Then this is the incident ray, which incident obliquely. Then this ray travels from denser to rarer. In the rarer medium, the speed of light increases. That is why the refracted ray bends away from the normal. Now, one more incident ray, that is incident along the normal. So it passes without any deviation, because if the angle of incidence is 0, then angle of refraction is also 0, then angle of deviation is also 0. Now, I will extend this refracted ray. Then we can see the object here. This is image of the object. This is object and this is image of the object. So, along the normal we are going to see this object now. Then this object appears to be shift towards the observer. ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತದಂದ್ರೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ಕಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತದೆ ರೀ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್. Observer seeing this object along the normal. Now this shift is called normal shift. Now let us take OI is called normal shift. OI is called normal shift. Okay, now what is the expression for normal shift? Before that, before writing the expression for normal shift, we have to know what is real depth and what is apparent depth. Real depth ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, apparent depth ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. First one, real depth. So, real depth is the distance of the object from refracting surface. What is the real depth? Real depth is the distance of the object from refracting surface. This is refracting surface, because at this surface refraction takes place. Then what is the real depth? It is the distance of the object from refracting surface. It is the distance of the object distance of the object from where? From refracting surface. From refracting surface. So means this is real depth. I will represent real depth by RD. What is RD here? RD is nothing but real depth. Now where is the object placed? Object is placed in denser medium, and we are going to observe this object from the rarer medium. Object denser medium ದಾಗ ಅದ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎದ್ರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೋಡತ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ರೇರರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನೋಡತ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಅಪರೆಂಟ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್. Apparent depth. Then what is apparent depth? Depth, it is the distance of the image of the object from the refracting surface. So it is apparent depth, AD. Okay. Then what is apparent depth? It is the distance of the object, image of the object from refracting surface. From refracting surface. From refracting surface. Now in the diagram, this is apparent depth and this is real depth. But where is the object placed? No, object is placed in denser medium. Okay. Then what is the expression for normal shift? So real depth minus apparent depth, that gives normal shift. So now we are going to consider two cases here. Now in this case, in first case, object is in denser medium, observer is in rarer medium. Case 1. If object is placed in denser medium, denser medium means in the given example water is the denser. If the object is placed in denser medium and observer is in rarer medium, then what is the formula used to find the normal shift? So that is, normal shift can be represented by NS. NS means here normal shift, means the shift in position of the object along the normal. Okay. Then NS is equal to, in this diagram, real depth is greater than apparent depth. That is why RD minus of AD. Okay. And also we are going to find the refractive index of this denser medium by using the real depth and also apparent depth. When the object is placed in denser medium and observer is in rarer medium. See here, the refractive index of the denser medium. That is mu is equal to, mu means here it is the refractive index of denser medium. Then mu is equal to real depth divided by apparent depth, because real depth is greater than apparent depth only when the object is placed in denser medium. Here real depth is greater than apparent depth. And one more thing, remember here the real depth is greater than apparent depth means here always the refractive index is equal to 1 or greater than 1 but not less than 1. Refractive index ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ 1 ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ 1 ಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಯಲ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಅಪರೆಂಟ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್. ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದೆನ್ 1. Okay, so this is the first case. Then what about second case? Case number 2. If object is placed in rarer medium, where is the object? Object is placed in rarer medium and observer is in denser medium. Then what is the formula used to find the normal shift? Here apparent depth greater than real depth. So when the object is in rarer medium and observer is in denser medium, then here the apparent depth is greater than real depth, means apparent depth minus real depth. And how to find the refractive index here? The refractive index can be represented by, so that can be determined by mu is equal to apparent depth divided by real depth. Apparent depth divided by real depth, because apparent depth is greater than real depth. Okay, so this is the formula used to find the refractive index of the medium when the object is in rarer medium and observer is in denser medium. So let us consider an example. Observer is in denser medium. Let us take observer is in water. So there is an observer. He is the observer. And there is an object. That object is in which medium? That is in the rarer medium, means air medium. Air medium. Okay. So here observer is in denser medium, means water medium, but object is in rarer medium, means air medium. Now the light rays coming from the object. These two are the light rays coming from the object. And these light rays incident obliquely. At the point of incidence, I will draw the normal. Then the refracted ray bends towards the normal, because the light ray traveling from rarer to denser. When the light ray traveling from rarer to denser, then the refracted ray bends towards the normal because of decrease in speed of light in the denser medium. Next, and again I will draw normal here, and the refracted ray bends towards the normal. I will extend these two refracted rays. These two refracted rays. Here the observer can observe the image of the object. This is an object, but for the observer, the image of the object appears to be shift away from him. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಂದ ದೂರ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. Actually object is here, but when the observer is in denser medium, for the observer this image of the object shifts away from him. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನಿಂದ ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೂರ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Okay, for the observer. Then which is real depth here? The distance of the object from the refracting surface, that is called real depth. This is RD. And the distance of the image of the object from the refracting surface, that is AD. That is apparent depth. Hence in the diagram, apparent depth is greater than real depth. Okay, that is why we are going to write normal shift as apparent depth minus real depth, and refractive index of the medium as apparent depth divided by real depth. So this is about normal shift. And what about the normal shift in terms of refractive index of the medium? Refractive index of the denser medium. See here. Note normal shift in terms of refractive index. Ri means here refractive index. That is ns is equal to t into, t means here real depth. T andre ಏನು really real depth. So t into 1 minus of 1 by mu. 1 minus of 1 by mu. Okay. So this is the expression used to find normal shift, and the normal shift in terms of refractive index. Remember this formula. So this is all about lateral shift and normal